Hi, I'm Melanie Eusebe, and you are watching Your Questions Answered, YQA, where I answer the most pressing questions that come across my desk to help you level up your mindsets to live your healthiest and your wealthiest life. So, today we are talking about how to ask for a pay rise, how to ask for a raise for my North American friends. This is, I would say, probably one of the hottest topics that I have to deal with on a regular basis. People want to know how to ask for a pay rise, how to ask for a raise. The thing is that with all of the other leadership and management topics, you could probably get an organization to give you training on it, right? So you can get training on presenting skills, on communicating skills, on managing people. You can get all of that. But you're not going to get an organization bring someone in to teach you how to ask them for more money. So I'm thinking that's why a lot of people ask me this question, because the training is really not readily available. Here in the UK, what we have done is studied what the gender pay gap looks like, and some of the results are shocking. We're seeing companies are not paying women the same that they're paying men. And unfortunately, it gets even worse the higher up we go in an organization. So really important that we know how to ask for more. How do we ask for what we are worth? How do we feel comfortable with asking and negotiating at the pay rise, pay raise bargaining table? So this is what we need to do. This is going to be a quick hot step. As you guys know, I've done some extensive training courses on this, some workshops on this, but for you who visited me online today, then I'm going to give you a little something just so you can go on your way and prosper, my friends. Number one, I need you to do the research. So look at your job role, look at your job title, look at the nature of the company that you work for, and Google the hell out of it. Google the hell out of all your competitors, the recruitment firms, the job postings, and figure out how much does someone like you make in the market with the years of experience that you bring, with the location that you live in, with the type of company that you work for. You can get a lot of information with a good deep search on the internet. Number two, also speak to your friends. Speak to your friends in the firm. Even though money, unfortunately, God help us all, is such a taboo topic, there is so much shame around it. People don't like to talk about how much they make. But you know who knows how much people make? Recruitment. Recruitment in your firm know how much people make. HR, they also know how much people make. They graduate recruitments, the people who go off to schools. That's how I found out how much people were making, because we were able to go to schools, and people were always asking, well, what does an average person make in that, in your industry? So a lot of people do know what kind of pay grades are in your company. Go and speak to them and see if you can get any kind of inkling. On the flip, there is a lot of work that you also need to do. What are you comfortable being paid for? And what are you comfortable being paid? What amount are you comfortable being paid? What do I mean by that? Try to figure out how much you make an hour. And remember that compensation is not just about money, right? Compensation is all about, do you have a car allowance, perhaps? Do you get that gym membership? Do you have health or dental insurance? Do you have memberships that are really important to you? Like, what kind of huge education allowance do you have? All of these things are part of a compensation package. And so what I want you to do is go to your company's websites and try to figure out what do they do to compensate their employees. Because it may be that you could work out some other terms with them, and it's not just about the money. So all of these things, putting it together with the research, then finally I would say practice. Practice your ask. Find a friend, tell your friend the characteristics of your boss or your line manager, and you have to practice the hell out of this. I don't want you to come across begging. I don't want you to come across telling people all of your personal information on why you need more money. I want you to be clear and businesslike, and you'll only get that way if you're uncomfortable now by practicing. But one quick note actually on timing. You got to figure out the right time to ask for a raise. Asking for a raise right after the budgets have already been set for the following year, it's not a good idea. You will unlikely find success with this method. What you got to do is look and see, when do people decide on budgets? When are performance management reviews coming? All of those things, look at them and see and try to time when the best time is for you to ask for your pay rise or raise. And when you do go in for that ask finally, don't ever take no. You should not get one no. And what do I mean by that? Your boss may say, hey, I don't have enough money. If they do say that, then don't be disheartened. Don't take it personally. It is not about you. But you should be able to leave that meeting with a clear plan on how you are going to get that raise next year, what you would have to do to work to the next level, to the upper level. And so you should not be leaving discouraged from that meeting at all. It may not be that you have the money in hand, but perhaps you succeeded in getting one day off a week where you work from home, or you have some training, a bigger training budget so you can go and do some training so you can upskill. All of these things are all wins and gains as well. So don't get discouraged if you don't end up getting that pay rise that first time, because sometimes you do have to ask again and again, and it's up to you to decide if the company is worth it and you want to invest your time into them, or if it's time for you to keep it moving. More on that on another show. I'm hoping that I gave you enough to kind of encourage you on your way to asking for a pay rise. Let me tell you something. I had to learn this the hard way. This was not something that I did kind of easily, that was just kind of threw out of my mom's womb. I knew how to ask for a pay rise. I unfortunately had to learn the hard way on how to ask for more money. But then now that I do, and now that I'm more comfortable, it's impacted all kinds of places, all of the parts of my life, not just when I work for others. It makes me infinitely more comfortable with my money and my value, and I feel more empowered for it. So even if you're not ready to ask for that pay rise yet, do some of the steps that I've outlined in this video, because it will help, I promise. As always, the conversation continues in the comments, so please leave a comment below, or please hop on over to melanieusebe.com, sign up for the newsletter, meet the community over there, comments, love, 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 love. And that's where you can find out about all of the events, the giveaways, and the insights, Money Hack Mondays. It all happens over there. But thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you next week.